The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved. Freedom March is powered by BTC.
Last night, as the Parliament of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas met to debate an amendment to the Bail Act in Ragged Island Street in the constituency of St. Barnabas, a 38-year-old Negro lady who last week the Royal Bahamas Police Force took her into lawful custody as a suspect in a murder case. Well, last night, as she and two of her biological Negro sisters, together with other citizens gathered outside a barroom, gunmen showed up, opened fire. When it was over, 38-year-old Rhodesia Bethel lay dead in the street. Her sister, one, also wounded along with a Negro man, and the third sister, she escaped. So that is the bloody mayhem that took place last night. And if our calculations are correct, for we are people now preoccupied with counting dead bodies, Rhodesia is the 28th Negro citizen to have been killed since the commencement of the new year. So we'll talk about that. Last night, the former Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis, spoke to the Parliament and has created some major confusion to the extent that this afternoon, as I prepare to come to work, the Tribune called me. I cannot believe that Dr. Minnis would call me a crook. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe because the Progressive Liberal Party provided me with a contract, I'm a crook. I really don't believe he could possibly mean me. But if he means me, then I fire a blow today. And this is powerful. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. May God teach Dr. Minnis sense, because he's really a foolish man. I'll show it to you when we return. God save the King. God save King Charles III. Your Majesty. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. And of course, today happens to be Thursday, the first day of February in the year of our Lord 2024. And last night was tragic again. There were 3 Negro citizens in the inner city in a constituency called St. Barnabas, where a Japanese vehicle pulled up, opened fire on a crowd. There were 3 sisters who were standing in that crowd. 2 of the sisters were shot. The third sister, she, praise the Lord, escaped. And of course, a Negro man, he was shot. Well, the first sister, who is identified as Rhodesia Bethel. Well, Rhodesia, she was assassinated right on the spot. It is so tragic. Last week, the police are reporting that they took Rhodesia Bethel into custody, and she apparently became a subject of their investigation into a murder, and the police subsequently let her go notwithstanding that the investigation is a police investigation, and every man who's accused of a crime is presumed to be innocent. Excuse me. Last night, a Japanese type vehicle drove through the corner, stopped Negro men, well armed, powerful guns. They exit, they open fire, and they were successful in shooting at least 3 people. And Rhodesia, she died at the spot. Now let us not forget that the police are reporting that last week they held her in custody and they were investigating a murder. And so she was released, but the gunman showed up last night, and without fear, notwithstanding all the national debate that is taking place about murders and crime and bails and ankle bracelet, they opened fire without fear. And when it was all over, 1 was dead and 2 were taken to the Princess Margaret Hospital. Praise the Lord. The 3rd sister, she was blessed to escape. So that is the tragedy that is, that the country is faced with. And the former Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis, he thinks that I'm responsible for that. He thinks that I should have perhaps go on Ragged Island Street and maybe stand up in the road, and when the gunmen show up, as if I knew they would have, I was supposed to tell them, stop. So it is that level of stupidity that I'm faced with the former Prime Minister. And so he, in the House of Assembly, contrary to the rules, but I shall stop so that my spiritual advisor will do that which he is supposed to do as I contemplate whether or not I should launch one of the most vicious political attack on Dr. Minnis in view of the fact that he's attempting to damage my reputation. Am I a crook because I'm working for the government and Minnis is displeased with that? Or is he upset with me that there was a crime that was committed and I failed to stop it? Now, I don't know how Minnis expect me to know when crimes are taking place, because I'm not employed by the Bahamas government to go into the highways where bad men are heavily armed and patrol the street. That is for the Commissioner of Police and the Royal Bahamas Police Force, that which the government has employed me to do. I do it every day, go beyond the call of duty. And as Dr. Minnis want me to reveal confidentially the things that I do, I'm certain that would be grossly irresponsible, but I'm prepared to admit today on TV that there is an alleged crime that I failed to stop. So, I'm that kind of man. I have no problems in revealing whatever sins that Dr. Minnis may accuse me of. I just hope that he can deal with this sin that I shall confess to, but I'm certain everybody would realize after I would have confessed to it that I'm innocent. My spiritual advisor, are you ready?
Yes.
Do you have on the full armor of the Lord?
It is the word of God.
For we are living in a period where the devil is loose and he is in control of a former prime minister who has turned out to be the worst prime minister, the craziest prime minister in the history of the modern Bahamas. And that's Dr. Hubert
No,
Minnis.
you don't want to go low.
Well,
You see what I'm
instead of going low, my spiritual
so
advisor,
keep-
why don't you go to the kingdom of God
Absolutely.
and leave the politics to me?
Yeah, but don't
Man
forget
of God,
that. I'm here to
can
lead this.
these dry bone live? All right? Leave the politics to
We
me.
got to read, yes, absolutely. We got to read today from the book of Matthew, chapter 9, 9 to 13. Of course, Jesus is calling his first followers, his first disciples, and one of them is Matthew. So as Jesus went on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax collector's booth. Follow me, he told him. And Matthew got up and followed him. So while Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees, the religious people of the day, saw this, they asked his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" On hearing this, Jesus says, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. For I have not come to call righteous folks to repentance, but sinners." Matthew 9, verses 9 to 13. I am sick, doc, and I need a physician. On hearing this, Jesus says, it is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. It's a very powerful passage indeed. Matthew 9, 9 to 13. I read from the NIV version. The word of God is blessed. Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Medusa.
I thank you, my spiritual
I am sick, doc,
advisor.
and I need a physician. Powerful indeed, eh?
Indeed, it is powerful.
Absolutely.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, let's look at last night's report, because last night, interestingly enough, as I departed this studio, it was as if there was a winter storm. It was extremely cold, and I concluded as I was heading home that a night like last night, every citizen who didn't have to go into the street would go home and seek shelter. But that was not to be, as a number of citizens living and associated in the inner city of a constituency called St. Barnabas gathered outside a barroom. And last night ended in tragedy, that for those who keep the score of the many murders that are being committed, one Negro source said to me this afternoon, the count is now 20. So we have become a people who keep scores on how many of our fellow citizens are being murdered. So let's see what the press is reporting. Woman dies in triple shooting. A woman was killed and 2 other people were taken to hospital after a shooting incident on Ragged Island Street on Wednesday night. According to reports, the victims were socializing while standing outside adjacent to a bar when the occupants of a blue Japanese vehicle approached and opened fire towards the group, resulting in a man and 2 women being shot. A 39-year-old woman sustained multiple gunshot wounds and succumbed to her injuries on the scene. Emergency medical services transported the second victim, which will be her sister, a 40-year-old woman, to the hospital after she sustained a gunshot wound to her right leg. The third victim, a 36-year-old Negro man was taken to the hospital by a private vehicle after he sustained a gunshot wound to his left forearm. Both victims are currently receiving medical attention and they are in stable condition. Police are appealing to members of the public who may have any information as it pertains to this incident to contact 919 or 911, the Criminal Investigation Department at 502-999-12 or 1 or 2. Let me repeat it again. 502-999-1 or 2. Or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. So that is the tragedy which took place last night as the Parliament of the Bahamas debated an amendment to the Bail Act. And of course, for those of us who have been watching the proceedings of the Parliament, you would have heard the contributions of a number of parliamentarians. Among those parliamentarians is Long Island Member of Parliament Adrian Gibson, who's currently on bail, who's currently on trial in the Supreme Court of the Bahamas. Notwithstanding that Long Island Member of Parliament Adrian Gibson stand accused and is on trial for a variety of issues. He spoke at the Parliament and he objected to the amendment to the Bail Act. And you can't blame Adrian, because if the Bail Act is amended, Adrian run the risk as a defendant on trial and as a member of Parliament for Long Island, perhaps losing his bail. So, can't blame Adrian if he protects his interests. I think it's powerful in our democracy. It's just beautiful. And then, of course, the former Prime Minister, Dr. Minnis, has moved to ridicule and to question what I am doing. I think he described me as a comic, to which I am a comic. So perhaps today I should reveal to you why Dr. Minnis is upset with me, because I think there was something that he would have liked for me to do, and perhaps I failed him. And I think in a society, if you fail a citizen who expected you to do something that you didn't do, you must be man enough to say, I fail Dr. Minnis. So I think it will be powerful when I reveal to you what I believe Dr. Minnis thinks that I have failed him in. Because last night, I didn't sleep, not because of Minnis. I didn't sleep because I have a medical issue that prevents me from sleeping. And so, since I couldn't sleep, I then decided, what is it that is troubling Dr. Minnis? I do know that I did run him out of power. So, is he still upset about that? Or is he upset over the fact that he perceived me as a person who ought to prevent crimes? But certainly Dr. Minnis is very unfair, and I'm going to produce the evidence to show you that there are certain criminal offenses, certain criminal allegations that perhaps even parents, in some cases, don't even know that their children are committing those offenses and or will be accused of it. So I think that is powerful. Ms. Virtual Advisor, do you have any comments?
Well, not yet. I'm waiting for you to.
Okay. Well, let's look at what Dr. Menace is saying.
Right.
He says to the government, don't give crooks government contract. Minister says if he give out names, he would fear for his life. So it's a very dangerous issue. Here, a former prime minister, he tells the government not to give out contracts to crooks. But if he go any further, his life is in danger. It's very serious, eh? This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Dear Lord, teach Dr. Menace sense, because I can tell you something, he's the worst prime minister we've had in 50 years. God save the king. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'll be right back. Freedom March, my name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Well, politics is being played. I've always been told that it was against the rules of the parliament that a person who's not a member, he cannot be attacked. His name is never to be raised on the floor of the parliament because he has no means by which he can go to the parliament and defend himself. But yesterday, Dr. Menace decided, in the midst of very serious issues, that he will launch an attack on me. And I suspect, and I'm not trying to get the sympathies of anyone, that he has discovered that I have a serious medical issue. So I'm going to put my serious medical issue on the side to deal with him so that he will know, no matter what my physical or mental state might be, I do have the gift if I can find the strength to fight back. Dr. Menace cannot blame me for the crimes that are being committed in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And he cannot expect for me to know when people are going to commit crimes. And I'm not a policeman. And I know my role and I do my job. So let's look at something so that I can show you what Menace is upset about. Former Prime Minister. It's very important. It's all documented. It's all covered by privilege. It's covered by the law. So let's deal with the law. Just bear with me for a second. So, goodness me. So, the former Prime Minister, his son, has been charged for abortion. That is a fact. He was charged with abortion after a 24-year-old man was accused of the rape of a 15-year-old Negro girl in Harbour Island. He was charged and he was remanded to prison. And shortly afterward, Dr. Jamil Menace, the son of the former Prime Minister and a gynecologist by profession, was arraigned in the magistrate court and charged with abortion. How the hell Menace could blame me for not interrupting that crime, that alleged crime? I don't know when people are prescribing birth control pills, and everybody who listened to Freedom March and Dr. Menace, you may laugh because it's comic. You will see that this show commenced by me telling this country that birth control pills are the pills of the devil. Dr. Menace's son has been charged with abortion. He couldn't expect for me to intervene. I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a gynecologist. If anybody to have intervened in such a scientific alleged crime would be Dr. Minnis. How could I be blamed if your son has been accused of committing abortion? Come now. How can I be blamed for that? How can you argue that I did not interrupt a doctor who's accused of performing abortion? I am 67 years old, and in all my life, I know of no doctor who's ever been charged, who's ever been accused of performing an abortion, and I have a reasonably good memory. So I want the country to know that Dr. Minnis obviously is very upset, and he perceived that I should have stopped that alleged crime. No, Dr. Minnis, you should have stopped the alleged crime. I won't run on any more, even though I have the records of the courts. I won't invite you to comment on this issue.
You shouldn't get upset, you know. I mean...
Upset about what?
What's happening between you and the former Prime Minister?
There's nothing happening between me and the former Prime Minister.
Listen, there's no need for you to get upset, right? Let's listen to this a second.
Go ahead.
Don't forget, I was the one who sat next to you for almost 3.5 years, almost 4 years. And I listened to you every day, verbally dealing with the former Prime Minister and his performance as Prime Minister. All right? I've never seen anybody done it before, but you did it.
Did what?
For 4 years, you attack the former Prime Minister while he's in office. You did it. I sat on the side of you every day.
What is the point?
So, here's what's happening. The former Prime Minister, now that we have some issues, has for some reason connected you, the Ministry of National Security and the police force, and your contract, and he's used that as an opportunity to get back at you.
And I'm rebutting him by saying he could not expect me to stop his son,
So
who has been accused of performing an abortion. I don't know when he was going to commit the alleged crime.
Okay, so this is just politics between...
There's no politics.
both of
His
you.
son has been charged with an abortion. That is a criminal offense.
Has he been convicted?
All right? I never said anything with conviction.
asking you if he has.
I don't know. I said he's been charged.
Right. So now you don't know if he's guilty.
Did you understand the argument? Minnis thinks that I should interrupt crime. I've given him an example where his son, Dr. Jamil Minnis, let me read it. Former Prime Minister's son charged over teens abortion. More than a month after, a man was charged with having unlawful sex with a 15-year-old Harbor Island girl, Dr. Jamil Minnis, a gynecologist, and the son of former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, was charged yesterday with helping the girl get an abortion. Alonso Pinder, 24, was remanded in custody, accused of having sexual relations with the girl on September 12. Pinder is accused of having had sex with the teenager between July 1st and 31st, 2023. Dr. Minnis, the 45-year-old, Dr. Minnis, the 45-year-old mother and 25-year-old sister of the girl were charged yesterday with, quote, intentionally and unlawfully causing the 15-year-old to abort a fetus while on Harbor Island on September 4th. The girl's relatives, whose identities are being withheld to protect her identity, were also charged with conspiracy to commit abortion. The accused filed, that's Dr. Jamil Menace, filed emergency applications and were later granted bail in the Supreme Court at $15,000 each, with one or two sureties. All three must sign in at a police station in their community once a week. Dr. Menace was freed after his family posted bail, but the women remained in police custody up to press time. Damian Gomez, KC, Ian Cargill, and Casey Bettel represented the son of Dr. Hubert Menace, while Heather Hunt represents the female defendants. They will return to court on December 1st to receive a voluntary bill of indictment to fast-track their case to the Supreme Court. Although abortion is illegal in most circumstances in the Bahamas, many believe a robust underground culture of the practice exists. Still, reports of people being charged with the crime are rare. A police spokesman alerted reporters in a WhatsApp group yesterday that a medical doctor was being charged with the offense. So, how am I going to know if a doctor is about to perform abortion? I just want members of the public to see how unfair Dr. Menace is, and the best example to give Dr. Menace is to give Dr. Menace the example of his son. Now, Dr. Menace is more educated, more qualified. He would be the better person to tell if an abortion is taking place, because he's a gynecologist and he's been practicing women medicine for many, many years. And so that's the point that I wanted to demonstrate as he's being unfair. And the best way to demonstrate it is to give him this example. So the government never retained my services to see who's committing abortion or who's committing murder. So I want Dr. Menace to smoke that. Well, having dealt with that, are you finished with it? Or you want to give Dr. Menace more defense?
Let's move on. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, man.
You sure you're willing to leave abortion alone?
Let's leave that. Let's leave it.
You sure? I just want to make sure I'm my spiritual advisor, right? See, I've never touched abortion in all my life. I've never killed a baby. You see, when we practice abortion, we're killing babies. My hands are clean. I'd never kill a baby. I'd never kill a baby.
So who killed babies?
Huh?
Who killed a baby?
You know exactly who killed baby. But I've never killed a baby.
Who killed a baby?
I never killed a baby. All right? So all that I'm saying is, if I want to know, if I had a friend and I knew that he was getting ready to kill a baby, I would call him in and say, don't kill the baby. Don't kill the baby. And that's the point I'm making. I just wanted to show you the dishonesty of Dr. Hubert Menace, the duplicity of Dr. Hubert Menace. He's a gynecologist. Dr. Menace is trained. He's specialized in women issues. So certainly, crimes taking place, you can't blame me. It's foolishness. And I will defend my reputation. And Dr. Menace cannot call me a crook. He cannot. And Today the Tribune called me. Are they expecting me to talk confidential business? Is that what they're asking me? That when I go and meet with people, or people come to see me or complain to me or provide me with intelligence, I have to go and tell Minis? I don't trust Minis. So I certainly I can't tell Minis what I'm doing. So I want Minis to draw back. That is just one blow. I got two more. All right? If he wants to play dirty, we will go one more step as to why. I can't tell. I call on men everywhere. Whether you're a doctor or a gynecologist, the father of a doctor, the son of a doctor, it is wrong to commit abortion. It is wrong to conspire to commit an abortion. And no matter what Dr. Minis may run on with, I don't know when people commit an abortion. All right? I don't. And if I knew, I would say to them, give me the baby. All right? That is what I would say. Give me the baby. Can we leave this now? My spiritual advisor.
Let's move on. You done.
So I'll give you a choice.
You done fire. We tried to fire them, so you know.
You look to me like you have a problem with me defending myself.
No.
You're my spiritual advisor. You're not. Listen to me.
Senator,
you're not Dr. Minnis' spiritual advisor. You know exactly who Dr. Minnis' spiritual advisor is. And it's not you.
Right.
You are my spiritual advisor.
Right. So,
will you give me spiritual advice?
Yeah, you articulated yourself very well. I mean, we understand. But now the thing is, it does seem as if there is a misunderstanding as exactly what you are supposed to be doing or what you do
my spiritual
as
advisor
an independent contractor for
Listen
the
to this
government.
for a second.
That's the whole issue. That's the mix-up.
On Friday, when I went to assist in the enrollment of a teenager in a school, where was Dr. Minnis? Am I to tell the country, oh, I just been
now,
to...
assisting someone in enrollment in school, right? What does that have to do with interrupting crime?
It prevents him from hanging on the block and being idle after Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis awarded that institution $1.3 million and then instructed me to encourage as many young people to get into school. So, should I not go and do that?
So you're being proactive. Okay.
Huh?
All right.
Do I have to tell, hey, I just went to one school and got somebody in. Hey, I just went in Elizabeth Estate trying to see if I could get two little black children to get into the school. Am I supposed to say that? Am I supposed to say, hey, I've been to the Carmichael Road Primary School trying to get some children into school? If parents come and they complain, and I provide them with the assistant. There's nobody who works with the government who work harder than me, because I don't deal with one issue. I deal with every issue.
Right, so Darren, begs the question. As an independent contractor, what exactly is your job prescription? What do you do?
I just told you what I do. I just give you an example where I sat down with Prime Minister Philip Davis, who gave me certain instruction. I just give that to you. I do whatever that needs to happen for the people. And anybody who has doubts, I can fill up the yard where I am with the people.
Okay.
See, I ain't like the FNM who can't organize. I can organize. All right? So I don't want ministers to play no game with me. And I am very sorry that in the case of his son, if only I knew that the allegation would have been made, I would have tried to interrupt, because I do it a lot with birth control pills. People come to me, Mr. Munker, what do you think? We're thinking about taking birth control pills. And I said, I didn't know men take birth control. I only knew one man in my lifetime who took birth control pills. And when I discovered that he took birth control pills, the people who gave him the birth control pills, I cursed them out. I really wish I could have called the police for them, because you don't give men birth control pills. And everybody know my philosophy. You hear it at the beginning of the show, you know. Birth control pills are the pills of the devil. Perhaps I need to tell them what abortion is. All right? So, Minish should forgive me on that one. I didn't know. Okay? That's the fact. Yeah. I can attack, you know.
Well, it's politics.
I can attack.
Yeah, it's,
all right?
It's politics.
Well,
For some strange reason, he has decided to raise the issue with you again. This is not the first time he's done that. But I guess because, you know, we're trying to find a way to deal with the present crisis. He's looking at all avenues and everything is attached to crime.
The Progressive Liberal Party government has decided, with good reason, that there is a sector of our population, unless the government give them contract, unless the government allow them to do certain work, nobody will give them any work, and then how are they going to survive? Right? I know exactly who Minister's talking about, you know. I know the man that Minister's talking about. Right? I know who he's talking about. But the poor man ain't no Minister's talking about him. But I could speak now in parable and the man would know it's him. But what would that profit? I think Minister's wrong. I think the PLP is right. And wherever the PLP find any citizen who might have a criminal conviction and people are unwilling to hire them, it is the duty of the government to see that those people make a living, because they have to mind their children, they have to feed their families, they have to live in the society. And if we say that they cannot work in the society, then we are inviting them to stay in crime, to resort to crime. Minister's wrong. And Minister has not dealt with the many contracts and the millions of dollars that he has given out. And to date, there's been no accountability or transparency. So I'm not going to allow Minister to take my name and play politics with it. Other than that, we will have to sing the song of abortion. You can't blame me. All right? Ask my friends. They will tell you that they can't talk abortion around me. I get mad and say, no man, we ain't supposed to kill no baby. Kill what friggin' baby. All right? So I'll leave that alone. And to Mrs. Minnis, blame Dr. Minnis for picking with me. And if he continues to pick with me, we will discuss abortion. And as simple as that. All right? I'm going to now give you an opportunity to choose a topic. What one do you want to discuss?
I didn't really look at the newspapers, but I was trying today to find a clip.
A clip?
Coming out of Jamaica, where the Jamaican government, as a result of their crisis with murder and crime, they have decided that they were going to cancel all contracts that were given to certain criminal elements or enterprises. And the reason for that is that the Prime Minister fears that...
No, don't say it like that.
How to say it?
Identify the Prime Minister.
Well, that's why I was looking for the clip.
No. You know the identity of the Prime Minister.
I can't remember his name.
Just say the Prime Minister of Jamaica, say it.
Yeah, the Prime Minister of Jamaica. That sounds, you know what? Please, don't do this to me. Not today. Now, if you're going to allow me to speak, if you don't like the way I'm speaking, then when I'm finished...
I don't want you to confuse it.
But here's what I'm saying, but don't do that.
You mean the Prime Minister of Jamaica? I've already said it.
But don't do that to me, though.
Just clearly say it.
Okay, but don't do that.
Don't confuse it.
You know what? Forget it.
Good. So I'll deal with it.
Forget it.
The problem that the Prime Minister of Jamaica is referring to as it relates to the Jamaican gangs is completely different from here in the Bahamas. Dr. Minnis cannot identify any gang leader who is getting illegal contracts from the PLP government. He cannot. Dr. Minnis is referring to a man who wants went to prison, who has changed his life, has been law-abiding, he has a profession, and he needs to work. He needs to work. Can you imagine if we say that everybody who went to jail, we're not going to give them any employment? And if the private sector decides, I'm not going to give this guy a contract, a construction job on Paradise Island because he's been to jail, how then is the man to remain law-abiding? How is he going to take care of his family? So when the private sector isn't interested in the welfare of the citizen, the government must be! What the hell do you think this is? If the private sector decides that it is not interested in the well-being of a citizen who's had a criminal conviction, who's been to prison, it is the duty of the government. The government must look out for all the people. Those who went to prison, come out of prison, and has promised that they will be law-abiding and act responsibly. So that's the society we live in. You can't say, oh, you've been to jail 30 years ago, we ain't giving you no job. So how is he going to survive? Where's he going to get money to pay his expense? It's the duty of the government. Government has plenty responsibility. When people can't find food, it's the government. When the people can't find medicine, it's the government. When people ain't got no place to live, it's the government. When women can't find children, it's the government. Other than that, what we need government for? What we need, it's the government. I didn't say it's the PLP. I didn't say it's the FNM. It is the party who is in control. All right? Let ministers take that. That's why we're going to keep them out. FNMs, let's keep ministers out. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The Lord teach ministers sense. All right? It's been our voice, Prime Minister. Let's keep him out. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and of course, this is the time when we do birthdays. So Bradley Roll is going to lead it. Brother Roll.
Yeah, we have a few birthdays today. Let's see how quickly we can actually get through them. Yeah, quite a bit. Let's do this quickly. We want to wish this young man a happy birthday. I think he's 28 years old. Yeah, Theo. It's coming from your mom, Martha Monker, your brothers, Marcus and Hans, and of course the butlers, Ali Cruz. So happy birthday to Theo. They call him Baby Theo. Of course, yes, the sisters from the Church of Christ, happy birthday goes out to this fabulous February birthday lady. Happy birthday greetings, Sister Dorothy Bain, coming from all of the members of the Happy Power Church of Christ, your children and everybody, 80 plus, wow. Grand thumb, swimmer, runner, wow, they love you. Happy birthday, Sister Bain. All the best. May you live to enjoy many, many more. And of course, we want to congratulate this man as well. I know you did send something to my phone earlier. All the best to you. May you continue to excel and do well. I don't know if it's the birthday that you were having, but I know you sent some information to my phone. If I don't find it before the show over, then I would read it. But then, yeah, all the best to you as you celebrate. All right, who else do we have there? All right, so we want to spend a happy birthday out to Miss Daisy Bethel in Freeport, Grand Bahama. And greetings coming from your husband, children, grandchildren, sisters, brothers, nieces, nephews, family, and friends. Enjoy your special day. May you live to enjoy many, many more. And of course, happy birthday goes out to Georgette Gardner from your parents, Madeline and Leo Gardner. All the best to you. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday to you. And then this young toddler, happy birthday. Greetings going out to you, this little toddler. All the best to you. We hope you live to enjoy many, many more. Who else? Yeah, this lady. A happy birthday to our mom, Miss Hilda Smith. Coming from your children, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren. May you live to enjoy many more birthdays, and we wish you well as you celebrate. All right.
And then, of course, there is a happy birthday to Chavez McMahon. Yeah, Chavez McMahon Campbell. And, of course, birthday greetings come to you from your god sister, Janae Noel.
Right, and also
happy birthday.
Yeah, special happy birthday goes out to Dr. Jacinta Mackey Higgs. We understand her birthday today. Should have tried and pull a picture for her. But happy birthday, Dr. Jacinta Mackey Higgs. All the best to you, coming from the class of 1983, St. Augustine's College. And of course, your family and friends and all those who love you. Happy birthday, Jacinta. And we hope you live to enjoy many, many, many more. All right. Thank you, Mr. Medusa. God bless. All right, go ahead, Sandra.
Well, yes. Okay, my spiritual advisor. Do you have a topic?
I told you today was a day that I did not look and see, what was going on in the country. So I have to take a look
Okay, my spiritual advisor.
Look at the paper, see what is happening.
Yeah, all right. So let's look for something.
I don't know where I can find the newspapers in this chart.
Let's see.
Where can I find these newspapers?
Yeah. I came across a story and I decided, let me not read that one. Goodness me. It's, yeah. Well, let's look at the hotel union for a short time, because the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union is a very great union. It's a union full of history, a union that has played a very significant political role in the struggle in this country, and they have been victimized, we've seen, with the development of Atlantis and Bahama. Those two major hotel industry has been pushing an anti-workers agenda. So let's look at what the union is faced with, particularly in view of the fact that it was last week there they had to protest on the Paradise Island Bridge. And then, of course, we are hearing talks that they have or are pushing to go slow at Atlantis. And we know that Atlantis has not been very, very kind to the workers. And we do know that Atlantis international standards are shaky. If you were following the international media, they have some terrible reports about Atlantis. And of course, we live in a society where if you are regarded as privileged, as special, we cover up for you. And it is my hope that Atlantis would be more mature, that Atlantis would share the wealth with the workers, the profit with the workers. So let's see what the hotel union is reporting. Hotel union on work to rule at Atlantis. So the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union President Darren Woods said members are now on work to rule, as he promised further action if concerns are not met. Mr. Woods said the union is in its second phase of industrial action, a blackout period, he said, could exist indefinitely. Yesterday, press conference came after members protested at the Sydney Portier Bridge last week. Martin Luther indicated that a man cannot ride your back if you are standing up. And so we are calling our members to action. Mr. Wood said, and I quote, "That is from the clubhouse in the east to Lyford Key in the west. We are now on full-fledged industrial action." He said, "Work to rule ensures members only work according to their job description and no more." He noted that anyone who attempts to prevent members from exercising their rights will be met with, quote, "vicious and ferocious retaliation." The union is taking action because it said negotiation with the Bahamas Hotel and Restaurant Employees Association for employees in the tipping category to get a salary increase were going poorly. The union wants all members to get a pay increase, saying more than 5,000 employees have been affected by the association's failure to give a pay increase. Well, the Progressive Liberal Party has a duty to assist the union leading up to the 2021 general election. The trade union movement and the governing, well, at that time, the official opposition Progressive Liberal Party entered into a memorandum of understanding. And I fail to see why the union has not gone to the PLP headquarters, to the party. Ignore the government. Go to the party. Fred Mitchell is chairman of the party. Take the memorandum of understanding and say to Chairman Fred Mitchell, "Mr. Chairman, has the Progressive Liberal Party forgotten this wonderful memorandum of understanding, and we have come in search of the PLP to assist us in our battle against Atlanta's and those other scallywag." And of course, as the hotel unions are facing industrial dispute with Atlantis and a number of the other hotels, we are getting reports that members who are securities in the government schools are complaining. We have been receiving report that many security officers have been boycotting. At 6:30 this morning, I had a mother who called me. She apparently was shocked that when she arrived at one of the government schools, she wasn't pleased with the temporary securities that she met. And I wanted to know, well, what about them that you displeased? She didn't like the fact that they looked like a bunch of scallywags. Apparently, they were not dressed like security. She didn't sense a level of discipline and respect, and she was very, very concerned, she says, for the welfare of the children that she was required to drop off so early in the morning. And I get the impression from many people who have been calling me practically all day, complaining over the fact that they're not getting whatever monies that the permanent secretary, they claim, has promised. This is the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education. And they're very, very upset. So I listened to a number of complaints, and I said, you know what you should do? Go to the PLP headquarters. And they seems to have been stunned. It's almost as if they wanted me to suggest that they go to a government ministry. And I said, no, the PLP headquarters is higher than the ministry. And they were shocked to hear that. I said, listen to me. The PLP headquarters is higher than the ministry. Because the fellow who's the minister, he couldn't become a minister if the party didn't give him the nomination. So go to the PLP headquarters. Look for Lula Mae Smith. Look for Arrington Isaac. Look for some stalwart and tell them what problems you all are faced with at these various government ministries. Put pressure on the government ministries. Go to the PLP headquarters and complain. people have to be smart and understand how this politics is played. Yeah, it's nice to go to the office of the Prime Minister. I think it's better sometime if the Prime Minister receives a call from the PLP headquarters, which tells him, Prime Minister, all kind of people is assembling here at Linden Pinling Center. It's kind of shocking. It's rather unusual. It's a beautiful way to play the politics, where the politician think you come into the House of Assembly and by grab, here you are at Farrington Road in the people's political headquarters, the Progressive Liberal Party. So I want the workers to know I'm in full solidarity with them. And if you want me to come out, then you have to do something for me. You go to the PLP headquarters, gather there in your hundreds. And then when you get there, you call me, because I like to come to the PLP headquarters. And then I'll come to the PLP headquarters. So every worker who has a problem with the Ministry of Education, go to the PLP headquarters, all right? Lula Mae Smith is standing there, and she loves people. She will treat you all fine. And all you do is you just tell Lula Mae, you need to talk to the Prime Minister, you need to talk to this minister, and just have Lula Mae just calling government officials from the party headquarters. Just get it. You got to play this game. All right? Go to the PLP headquarters on Farrington Road. All right? It's nice, it's clean, it's got good facilities. Go there and row. Yeah. Go to the PLP headquarters and row. They haven't had this kind of row in a long time. And when you get to the PLP headquarters, you call me, and I'll come down. All right? I think it's powerful. How's my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing.
You're
well.
fine?
Yeah, man.
This is powerful. Anything you want to say?
I was just looking at the
Go ahead.
the proposal for the new bail act. Right?
Go ahead. What are you learning?
What I find to be interesting about this, right, is that you can, if you're on bail.
You on bail?
Let's just say you're on bail for murder.
Right.
And for some strange reason, whatever reason it is, you breach the conditions of the bail. And they revoke the bail.
Right.
Send you back to prison.
Yes.
Apparently you still could apply for bail again.
The question is, who revoked that bail?
The court will have to revoke it.
Well, if the court revokes the bail, who can, in the court, revoke a bail?
It'll have to be the judge, or the magistrate.
Well, if a judge of the Supreme Court issues a bail, I'm of the opinion that the magistrate cannot revoke that bail unless you are charged with a new criminal offense which is subject to bail. Then, when she says, I'm not going to grant you any bail, it means the bail that the judge is
I hear
you understand that?
Yeah, I hear that, right? But here's what is in the papers, right?
Tell me what's in the paper.
All right, that says some amendments to the Bail Act, right, would mean that individuals who violate the conditions of their bail will have it revoked. But they will be free to make another bail application, and judges will use their discretion to determine whether to release them once again or not. Now, I don't know, but that sounds interesting.
What is interesting about that?
Well, we'll be right back to square one.
If your bail is revoked, you are free to apply
For bail again.
for bail again.
So we really can't keep you off the streets, basically.
No, the fact that you apply for bail does not mean that a judge would grant you a bail.
They could, if they want to. They could use
Yeah.
their discretion and grant you bail again.
Not under these new circumstances.
Well, let's look and see what will determine if they should or not release you. Right, so in cases where there's a sufficient mitigating factors, such that the judge determines that no such risk exists, and I consider that such cases will be few and far between, the judge still maintain the discretion to grant a new application for bail after due process. So,
My spiritual advisor, you are on bail now for 3 murders. In the Bahamas, what I love about our country, the more murders you commit, the more bails you will get.
Right.
So if you are on bail for 3 murders and you commit another murder, do you think there are mitigating circumstances that would cause a judge to grant you a bail?
I think after the first, if you're on bail for murder.
No, go to my question.
Yeah, well, I don't. Well, 3 is enough. If this person is bail for murder is on bail for 3 murders, why grant him bail again?
But you didn't. You understood my question?
Yeah, but
Now, in the past.
Wow.
In the past, judges have done it.
yeah.
My boy.
But now that should change now then.
My boy, on his 6th murder, he applied for bail. Okay? Because he had bail for 5 murders. And it was only one more person he killed. And so he, after a couple of months, did apply for bail, and his lordship, in his wisdom, granted him a bail. Now, one fella told me that he thought that the guy's mother was working obeah. And I said to him, it's either obeah or corruption.
So what effect would that murder have?
Well, he did.
Not on the court, eh?
He did.
On the court decision.
What?
How far does this obeah going?
Well, the fella got six murders, 6 bail. Okay? You know, some people are that fortunate, but the PLP is trying to stop it. Okay?
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. No, it's a very easy thing. The opposition has indicated that it wishes to do some amendments, so I'm advised that the PLP has given an adjournment, and they now await the opposition to bring whatever amendments. Okay?
Okay.
And so once they would have brought those amendments, the PLP and them should get together and review it, and there is a period for amendments. You got it? Yeah. So this is what is going on.
Let's see how this works.
Yeah.
This is rather interesting. So there's still some ray of hope, even though your bail may have been revoked, that you could possibly still get back on the streets. Well,
my spiritual advisor, I want you to stop this piece of propaganda.
Man,
Okay?
that's what it is, though.
Would you please stop it?
That's what it is.
Would you please stop it? Okay? I don't want to become comic, okay? So I want you to stop it. All right?
Yeah.
There's another article that is very interesting in the media today, where a man who's involved in water sports, he told the media today how some tourists who apparently is coming to the island on one of the cruise has sent him an email and say, listen, we are canceling our water tour because we are concerned about the many murders that are taking place on the island of New Providence. And it appears that these tourists, American tourists, they appear to have been Christian, because as you read the article, they appear to say to the businessman, we're going to pray for you, but we are so sorry and we are frightened over all these reports of the many crimes here on the island of New Providence. And so we are coming to Nassau, but we're not coming off the cruise ship. Now, for many Bahamians who may not have traveled on a boat, one of the things that Bahamians will tell you, when the cruise liners come to Nassau, they're always happy with the reports of murders and rapes and mayhems, because they speak in advance to the tourists before they depart the boat. They may say to them, listen, if you are going into Nassau, don't carry too much money. Don't carry no big bag. They steal your money. They grab your bag. They rob you. So be careful. In fact, our advice would be that you should stay on the boat, because the cruise line prefers if the tourists stay aboard. If they stay aboard, it means that they can gamble aboard. It means they can purchase the little straw bag that they would have purchased in Nassau. So those of us who have traveled on boats, those of us who have worked in the taxi and tall car business, we are aware of this. And many times tourists disobey them, come aboard, get a good treatment, and they tell us, man, we didn't know it would be this good because they told us not to leave the boat. So you may think that the crime will not affect the tourists. Take it from me. Any killing in the Negro community, any rape, any robbery, they discuss that on the boat. And they're always happy to tell the tourists to stay on board. Now, y'all ain't gotta believe it. Take it from me. I've been a taxi driver from Pinland. Give Janet 2 taxi plates and give me 1. Give Cecil Wallace Smithfield 25 taxi plates and give me 1. Give Frank Watson 2. And then Frank Watson went back to Philip Bethel. You know, bro, in Eleuthera, the former Progressive Liberal Party Minister of Transport. Well, Frank Watson went back and he gave him a couple of more, because no matter what you think, but bro, when certain F&M show up, he always open up for them. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka. Dr. Menace won't blame me. Menace, I can't know when people can commit abortion, rape, robbery. But if I do know, I'll tell them it's wrong. God save the king. Be right back. Hold on, everybody. Help me with Menace. Was rank. So these are some of the things that are happening in the country. Okay? So y'all take good care. And I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor to open the phone. My spiritual advisor.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's open the lines.
Go ahead.
323-7775 is the number to call. 6980775 and 6980776. But let's do this. Congratulations quickly. Anthony Morrison, in appreciation of your 40 years of stellar dedication to public service, and in particular the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Ministry of Health and Transport and Housing. As you reach this time in your career and life, we thank you and we wish you every success in your future endeavors. So, all right, I guess he must have been with the road traffic well. Anyhow, your birthday and retirement all in one. So congratulations to you. Happy belated birthday. You turn 65 on the 20th of January. Coming from your friends, family, loved ones, all those who know you. Happy birthday, happy retirement. May God bless you, continue to be with you, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. So the lines are open up. 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. Do we have a call? Okay, so go ahead, sir. We don't have any calls.
Prime Minister Philip Davis has been pointing out to the business community the importance of hooking up CCTV. And he has been pointing out some of the advances, some of the technology. When you hook up to the CCTV, an example being that one of the technology is face recognition, and it is being very, very effective. I'll give you an example. A certain...
Oh, sorry about that. You have a call? Sorry about that, Sandra. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
How you doing?
Sorry for keep you holding. Yes, sir. How you doing?
All right. I was just wondering if you guys may want to think about these lockdowns, baby songs and things like that. Maybe this crime that we're experiencing right now may have something to do with how we destroyed the economy and put a lot of people's businesses and a lot of people lost jobs and lost money and used all their savings, and maybe they have no choice but to turn to crime now. So You know, I think there's a lot of.
Are you suggesting to me that people ain't have no choice in committing murders?
I'm not saying they have no choice, but you know.
Well, what are you suggesting?
Right?
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that maybe that you all should think about before you keep pushing this lockdown stuff. Cause, boy, if we have another lockdown, I couldn't imagine what happened in this country. But
the last lockdown that we had, there was peace in the country. Notwithstanding that Menace is a scallywag, the only thing he did good is when he locked down the country, and that would really be because of his training.
And I think there's a lot of studies out there and data that show that lockdowns are not a good thing at all.
Take it from me, in the Bahamas, it was a good thing.
I have a feeling that we may have ruined the country in some ways, and this could be, you know, crime could be the result.
No.
You have to reap the rewards of some of the things that we took.
No. Lockdown was perfect for the country based on what the world was faced with. It was not only the Bahamas that locked down, you know, the United States locked down.
I don't think it was good for anywhere in the world.
Well, I think you are wrong when you take into consideration
I know you think I'm
the
wrong.
millions of people who died from COVID.
Maybe you should ponder it. Right? Maybe go look at some data and see, because maybe you're not right. Hey, maybe I'm wrong as well, but maybe you should look at the other side, because I have a feeling that you have your thought may be very skewed. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Listen, lockdown was good for the Bahamas. Don't mind what nobody say. It's the only thing that Menace ever did that made sense. Hello?
We don't make calls.
Oh.
All right, yeah.
So the Prime Minister pointed out the importance of having the CC camera. And with the face recognition technology, it works beautifully. I'll give you an example. With face recognition technology, a person commits a crime and the authorities gets a photograph of him, and within seconds, wherever he is in the Bahamas, he will be found. So it's a wonderful suggestion, okay? Face recognition technology. And that is what has been going on. And the technology is so good that even if you're wearing masks, they will catch you. Go ahead.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hi, Mr. Roll. How you doing?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Mr. Monka?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Monka?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm fine, my dear.
Okay, how come I want to know if Floyd Watkins already get buried?
I am embarrassed, but I cannot answer you. I think he may have, but please forgive me. I'm not sure. I'll answer you tomorrow.
Okay, because I want to know, because I heard he had a private funeral. I want to know why the FNM didn't give him, his body didn't lay out.
Well, you have to understand what happened. Just before the FNM came to power, him and Hubert Ingram had a falling out.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, then, that's the end of the story.
Oh, so tell me something. Vera Watkins, was that his sister or his wife?
It is his former wife.
Oh, is she still alive?
Yes, you would recall that she was the retired acting Chief Justice. She's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay then. Okay, thanks a lot.
You're
All
welcome.
right, take your caller. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello.
You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Ursula. Mr. Monica.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Mr. Monica,
Yes.
if I do recall while we were in the lockdown,
Yes.
that you worked to the station.
If I worked, yes.
You was at work at the station.
Yes, that is true.
Obviously, you didn't see the effect of the lockdown.
You
lot
said,
of-
yes,
of
I
that-
worked. I worked during the lockdown. There was nobody to keep the Bahamian people, so I volunteered.
So you didn't feel, so you didn't feel the effects of not going.
Oh no, I felt. Take it from me. I felt the effect.
No, you didn't, because you was working. You could have paid
See, you're talking to me. I'm telling you what I feel, and you're challenging. I don't want to tell you the conflicts. I don't want to tell you the family problem. I don't want to tell the whole world. I don't want to tell you that in my lockdown, I didn't want to hear from my wife family.
We're talking about financial now.
You heard what I just said?
We're talking about financial now. You're not going to feel that now you're working for government. You just ain't going to feel it.
Hang up on this Negro woman. She ain't saying. All right? You got to be family to Dr. Lee.
She has a point, though.
My spiritual advisor,
323-7775.
she has no point. You decide you can catch COVID.
Senator.
So after you caught COVID, I had to beg Wayne Monroe to come until he catch COVID.
But here is the point she's making.
And
not only her, but the previous caller.
Go into that. Remember what
But
I
it's
told
objective.
You? No, it's not objective.
Yes, it is.
Do not personalize
For every
my business.
cause that... No, we're not talking about you.
But you are.
We're talking about the act of the lockdown.
I don't discuss your economics.
No, we're
Don't
not
discuss
talking about
mine.
you.
Let's shift that
We're
topic.
talking about
Do
the
me a
effects
favor,
that
do me a
lockdowns
favor.
have on countries.
Stop personalizing it with me. I'm not going to tell that to you, and I'm going to viciously attack you.
No, but I'm not talking about you.
Right. Let's forget that one.
Jesus.
I find it offensive.
I didn't call you. I didn't call your name.
You are my spiritual advisor.
Sandra, sometimes you gotta learn to listen to people.
No, I'm not listening to that.
And be
I already
objective.
heard the woman. I heard the woman, and I fire blow at her. I said I didn't want to hear from a white family. When I sit down here and I hear the Negro people talking, I know who they are, you know.
Okay. 323-7775. The
Could do something I say. I got to put up with all kind of bullshit in
patience
this
of
country.
Job is what you need for this job. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
You only need Job's patience if your wife don't rule. You heard what he just said?
Okay.
All right.
323-7775 is the number. Call 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Mr. Monica needs to listen to people that you say spiritual advice. Everything
Darling, you personalize it. I'm not going to entertain you. I'm not entertaining that Negro lady. Goodness of mercy.
323-7.
I am 67, and look what I got to put up with. I'm 67. I am disciplined. I don't drink rum. I have a good reason to drink rum because I don't sleep, and I'm in pain. And I ain't got no painkiller, and can't even see the doctor I want to see. I have good reason to find me some alcohol and drink it. And you think I'm going to listen to these people? They will meet nobody in this country as sober as I am. I'm not going to put up with it. Next.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live. We don't have any more calls. Yeah. So, interesting debate there, Sandra.
Which debate is this? The one on CCTV? The Prime Minister want all of us to get CCTV. And don't forget, as a part
CCTV
of the...
or cameras on your house? Which one?
Okay, cameras on your house.
For sake of something
and
different.
The Minister of National Security has argued that a part of the national security defense, CCTV in every community. Okay? And that's powerful.
Okay, great. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, Mr. Advisor, how you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing, ma'am?
Yes, my family and Mr. Monica is my family.
Okay.
Mr. Advisor, you have to listen to Mr. Monica sometime.
Hold on. You say I'm your family and Mr. Monica is your family?
Yes.
So how am I your family?
Exuma.
You from Exuma?
Mammy from Black Point?
Yeah, that's my mother.
Okay. Don't let's go there no more.
Don't tell him no more, cuz, because
Okay.
No,
I
tell him no more.
I saw
no
baby
more.
was being
But
set
I'm
up.
saying, and what Mr. Monica is saying is the truth. Sometimes don't stress him out too much because he know what he's saying, and some of these people they are ignorant to the fact what Mr. Monica is saying.
No, cuz. Hold on.
Just hold on for a second.
Let me I ain't gonna be on the phone long.
But did you listen to the conversation though? Now, cuz, don't cause me to get mad at you now. Now, hold on. Now, cuz, hold on a second. Did you listen to the conversation the woman was trying to get across to Mr. Monica? She wasn't attacking him?
You don't know attack when you see it.
So, cuz, don't call the show as if you understood the conversation.
Understand what's going on.
The woman was trying to make a point that lockdowns cause a lot of economic stress for people, and it did.
I'm not really speaking about the law.
Oh, but that's what I was talking about
when
then.
he was talking about the situation with Dr. Minnis' son and everything. He was right what he said.
I never reported it. I stopped the conversation.
Things, but he's opening our eyes.
Excuse me, cuz. I told Mr. Monka, I dropped the conversation. I said, excuse me, I drop it. So why you criticizing me?
Let our family
Listen, no. See, I'm not gonna let the two of you all listen.
Leave the special advisor.
I told Mr. Monka I was
pro.
It's amazing.
Menace.
It's
No,
amazing.
I wouldn't do that, cuz. I wouldn't do that to you.
I dropped the conversation. I allowed him. Whatever you're speaking was on his behalf, not me.
I gotta put it.
So don't say I gotta listen to Monka. Don't do that.
Thank you for
Cuz
standing
go
with me.
cook for your husband, eh? We can talk
My
later.
husband dead.
Oh Lord. I pray.
husband dead.
I hope you find another one.
On first entrance of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, he died.
Oh,
and
Lord.
coming next month, we'll make him 8 years since he passed.
Oh Lord, cuz you ain't
I'm
getting
living
married.
here alone. I don't have no man. I only have my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren.
Oh Lord, cuz you ain't find nobody else yet.
What I can look for it for?
Oh,
Good man
Lord.
only got down one time. And I
Oh,
don't think I
Lord.
can find nobody like him.
Cuz I can pray God send you another man, eh?
You can pray God for me?
Yeah.
Mr. Monka.
Yes, ma'am.
Monka.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry with what my cousin's saying, and you too. Look at that. I want to spiritual advisor. God, whatever God do is well done.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Y'all have a blessed evening.
You too, now,
Thank
cuz.
you.
Okay, baby, I
Take care
love
of yourself,
you.
now, cuz. You know I love you. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March. Call your live.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Well, I'm back again. Mr. Rule, I don't want you to take this as an offense, okay? I understand what you're saying. But that last part of your conversation, I didn't like that. Don't.
Concerning what? Concerning what?
When you tell the woman about go cook for her husband. and
No,
she
I was only
her
joking.
husband.
No.
No, listen.
No, that's my cousin. Don't get in
It
that.
doesn't matter.
Don't get in that.
No, it doesn't
No, but
matter.
don't get in that. That's my
Let him
cousin.
make his
Me.
comments so he can move on.
It's coming across to me.
So I have the
For a man who you say you are.
Wow.
Trust me.
So I have to apologize to you then.
No, I am simply saying, sometimes you gotta swallow before you talk. To me, it come across as if you say that because of what she say.
No.
That's how it coming across from some of us.
Well, I know,
What
yeah.
I'm saying, that to me, it was wrong. Now,
All right.
Mr. Manka,
Sir,
how are you, sir?
I'm fine, sir.
Now, the other day you were talking about something and you left me hanging.
What was that?
You were talking about the Bamsey situation with the 16 pig
Yes.
with the 2 meals and whatever, how the thing go.
And one was pregnant, the
Yeah.
female. Yeah.
Did you find out why the other one didn't seem to care to get involved with the pregnancy?
No, I did not.
I believe that big. I was thinking about that from you say that, and I was going to call you a long time, but I was just trying to study whether he on the gender equality thing.
No, I think he may have been a teenager,
Okay.
perhaps juvenile,
Oh, okay. That could be true.
and was waiting to be mature.
Okay.
In
I mean,
in
they
my
can't bring in a
family-
young fella to do a man's job, no how, but we need another man pig in the midst to help.
I quite agree with you.
Because, you know, the food population from the hog lab is getting low, and we need some little piglets to grow up and
I agree.
suffice the Bahamas.
Well, I did say that if they had problems, they can talk to my uncle, Forrester Bow, because when it comes to animal husbandry and livestock, my uncle, Forrester Bow, is an expert. He's so good that one day he said to the bow, "Jumper," and I was shocked that he immediately jumped to saw, and when it was all over, there were piglets. Okay?
Okay, yeah. But I have an idea that I can help with, and I thought about it a long time ago. I wanted to a rabbit farm to survive some meat.
Okay.
What you think about that?
Well, I know a man by the name of Roscoe Weish. He's a former Secretary General of the Bahamas Taxi Cab Union, nobody grow as much rabbit as Roscoe Weish. I'm not sure if he's doing it now, but when I used to visit him when he was living in the eastern part of the island, it was inundated with rabbits.
Well, that's a wonderful thing. That's what I wanted to go and do for a little while now. But
talk to Mr. Weish if you can find him. Take it from me, he is a rabbit expert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you guys, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
I just thought I would just, cut into this conversation with these people. Everybody having a little up tempo, so
yeah.
I just thought I would just step in there and say something different.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you, sir.
Eased the tension.
But there's no tension.
I have joy in my heart now.
All right, take your caller. Let's take these last two callers. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Special advisor.
Good afternoon.
Honorable leader of the people, them,
God
the
save
women
the king.
and the children, them.
I
Good
do
evening.
lead them all. Thank you.
I want to send out a shout out. I know they send us over the thing, but I want to send a shout out, please.
Go ahead.
I want to say happy birthday to my beautiful sister.
Wow.
Down there in Inagua.
Yes.
Celebrating her birthday.
Wow.
And I got a lot of love for you, sis.
This is
And that's
great.
coming in from all of us. Your children, your brothers, your sisters, and everybody. We love you. I love you.
What is her name?
Thank you.
What is your sister's
Her
name?
name, and I apologize, Senator.
What is her name?
Happy birthday to Victoria Lucinda Heald.
Wow. Okay. Listen, I'm family to the hills,
Of course, Mr. Moncur, that's your boy.
Okay, cuz I just want the country to know that when it comes to the hills,
yes, sir.
They come from the Moncurs. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
caller.
Do well.
Let's take this last call. You got 30 seconds, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
How y'all doing today, man?
Yeah.
Right here.
Mr. Moncur. Mr. Moncur.
So.
You 65.
No. I'm 67.
And you got 3 jobs. When are you retire?
Listen, I am retired. I'm now helping to regulate young people.
What are you doing, man? Please give the government back their money back. So how are you doing it?
Okay. I thank you for your observation. You sound just like Dr. Minnis. Gone. You're nothing but a picky teeth Mantobi. You're nothing but a frying pan. Hang up on Dr. Minnis, please.
All right, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, folks, take it
show.
here. I had to defend myself against the former Prime Minister Hubert Minnis, who wants to blame me for people killing one another. Rachel Minnis and the PLP hang murderers. Nobody's listening to me. And Minnis cannot defend me. Okay? If I knew of the abortion, I would have intervened. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save women in distress everywhere. God save the King. God save King Charles III and the entire royal family. Do well, everybody. Be at peace. God save the King.